You've been talking in the last couple of weeks, and you say for a long time, but I mean prominently in the last couple of weeks, about Home Rule. You've got these three-party leaders today signing this thing, saying they go along with it all. What persuades you that they'll get it through the House of Commons? What persuades you that English, Welsh and Northern Irish voters, the rest of the United Kingdom, will go for Home Rule for Scotland? Will go for giving this part of the United Kingdom that degree of independence and freedom?
Well, this is where perhaps I can speak to the viewers in the United Kingdom. I think there is a movement for change in the United Kingdom. I've always believed that an over-centralised constitution, unitary state, an undiluted Westminster sovereignty is not the way of expressing the needs and aspirations of people in the regions as well as the nations of the United Kingdom in the future. Now, Scotland may have led the way. Wales also wants strong devolution. Northern Ireland wants the devolution, you know, as well as wanting to be part of the United Kingdom. London has already gone for strong devolution. I believe that there's a movement of change taking place that will also encourage the regions to want more powers. And I think those people in Westminster who are looking at that will see this as not just something specifically for Scotland. And I said yesterday, by the way, my fairness principle was not at the expense of the regions and the nations. It was indeed a challenge to London centralisation.
Do you think there will not be hostility in England, the largest country in the United Kingdom, to these measures that you're offering Scotland? Because it does seem to be a kind of give Scotland everything they want.
But I made it clear yesterday, and it's perhaps not clear in the letter today, but I think most people would subscribe to this, that we're not advocating, I'm not advocating fairness at the expense of someone else. Look, the greatest beneficiaries of the pension system in the United Kingdom is the northeast of England.
But the Barnett formula is at the expense of England, £1,250 spending in Scotland. Whether it's right or wrong, it is right, a benefit from England to Scotland.
But I'm sorry, you don't understand this. It's right because it's based on need. There are greater needs because we're a third of the land area of the country. There are greater needs because historically we've had a higher number of pensioners. But just remember, the North East gets the best benefits from pensions. Wales gets the best benefits from incapacity and disability benefit. London gets the best benefits from housing benefit. It is this system where we pool resources across the whole of the United Kingdom that in the end benefits everybody because needs are better met irrespective of nationality. And no country, I repeat, in the world, no set of countries has managed to do what we've done. And I think people in England and Wales and Northern Ireland recognise that we've got something very precious, that it would be a shame in a world that is becoming more integrated, more connected, more interdependent, to throw away this form of cooperation that makes such a difference to our country.
But you're putting forward a vision for the future of the United Kingdom. The reality is that on Thursday there's a vote by the voters of Scotland on whether to stay in the UK or not. And in effect, what you're doing, as many commentators have said, and what you've been doing sitting here today, is rewriting the whole constitution of the United Kingdom in order to keep Scotland in it. You're saying everything's got to change.
No, I'm not. I'm actually saying that we need a debate about the future constitution of the United Kingdom.
But, but Thursday,
hold on.
If they vote yes on Thursday, we have it here. You've already started. Scotland unilaterally is going ahead with these things.
You're making statements now and not asking questions, Mr. Dimbleby.
No, I'm citing this.
The truth of the matter is a debate is ongoing about the constitution of the United Kingdom. There are many, many people contributing. Wales wants more powers. London is talking about more powers. I think in the regions you will see a demand for more powers. I'm not trying to rewrite the constitution of the United Kingdom. I'm saying that this is the right way ahead for Scotland. It also makes sense for the rest of the United Kingdom. It is not at the expense of the regions and nations, but equally it is a demand that has come for Scotland for change, and it's a demand that should be met. More powers for the Parliament, fairness is the principle of allocation in the United Kingdom, and the ability to spend the money that is necessary by raising revenues ourselves on the National Health Service so that we are in a position to fund it properly irrespective of what happens.
But this is it not a last stand? I mean, looking 50 years from now, a historian looking at the United Kingdom will say it was a gradual step. They did this, they did this. Even if they narrowly win this referendum and keep Scotland in the Union, in the end, Scotland is going to become an independent country.
I don't think so. I think tides of opinion rise and fall. And I think what's happened is we've had to modernise the United Kingdom and in particular Scotland's role in it, for the 21st century. We had to make big changes at the beginning of the 20th century when we created the welfare state. They had to make big changes at the 19th century when we created the institutions that were there for the Industrial Revolution. The United Kingdom has an ability to evolve and adapt. And once people recognise that this Westminster sovereignty, this unitary state is at an end, then people will recognise diversity, power sharing, everybody feeling part of the United Kingdom. A patriotic vote for Scotland on Thursday ensures that we have Scotland with more powers for the Parliament, but equally, we have Scotland as part of the United Kingdom.
Mr. Brown, thank you very much.